Reporting of transactions. Following types of transactions are to be reported. All cash transactions of value more than rupees 10 lakh. All series of cash transactions which are less than rupees 10 lakh but are integrally connected and are carried out within 1 month period and totally exceed rupees 10 lakh. Any transaction where cash is accepted and forged or counterfeit currency notes are used or where forgery of valuable security or documents has taken place. Any attempted transaction involving forged or counterfeit currency notes, forged security or document. All suspicious transaction involving domestic as well as international remittances etc. irrespective of the amount of transaction. Reporting schedule. Following norms should be strictly followed in case of international money remittance fall under different categories. Cash transactions report. All cash transaction more than rupees 10 lakh. All series of cash transaction which are less than rupees 10 lakh but are integrally connected and are carried out within 1 month period and totally exceed rupees 1 lakh. Method of reporting of transactions. In charge of every departmental post office will be personally responsible for preparation of list of transactions, mentioning nature of transaction, amount, name and address, date of transaction, place of transaction, PAN number if given, of sender or receiver. He or she will be responsible for sending this list to head of division on monthly basis by third working day of the subsequent month. Head of the division will be personally responsible for sending post office wise list of such transactions of his division to head of circle by fifth working day of the subsequent month. Head of the circle will be responsible for sending the consolidated post office list of such transactions to DDG PCO PMLA in direct rate by 8th working day of the subsequent month. In case no such report is received from field units by due date, a nil report should be sent to DDG PCO PMLA by the circle in direct rate. Suspicious transaction report. Any transaction where cash is accepted and forged or counterfeit currency notes are used or where forgery of documents has taken place. Any attempted transaction involving forged or counterfeit currency notes, forged document. All suspicious transaction irrespective of the amount of transaction. In charge of every departmental post office will be personally responsible for preparation of list of transactions, mentioning nature of transaction, amount, name and address, date of transaction, place of transaction, PAN number if given of sender or receiver, and nature or reason of suspicion in detail, and will be responsible for sending this list to head of the division by name on the very same day. Head of the division will be personally responsible for sending post office wise list of such transactions of his division to head of circle by name on the very same day of the receipt of STR from PO. Head of circle will be responsible for sending the consolidated post office wise list of such STRs to DDG, Public Compliance Officer, PMLA by name, a directorate by on the very same day of receipt of STR from DO. It is likely that in some cases transactions are abandoned or aborted by customers on being asked to give some details or to provide documents. All such attempted transactions should also be reported like STRs irrespective of the amount of the transaction and even if the transaction is not completed by the customer. Details of the customers along with the transaction details should be reported in suspicious transactions where any customer is found doing deliberate splitting of amount to avoid reporting of cash transaction. Attestation of KYC documents. At the time of undertaking remittance transaction, it should be ensured that all KYC documents have been self-attested. In case of illiterate customers, the documents are to be attested by any of the gazetted officer or Sarpanch Gram Panchayat or any postal staff or Gramin Dak Sevak after comparing with original. It is the duty of postmaster, sub-postmaster or supervisor APM or TPM to see that all KYC documents are having attestation as per class 1. Comparison of address. Postmaster, sub-postmaster or supervisor APM DPM shall ensure that address mentioned in the booking or receiving form is the same as mentioned in the address proof document. Comparison of name. Postmaster, sub-postmaster, supervisor APM or DPM shall ensure that name of the sender or receiver mentioned in the booking or receiving form is the same as mentioned in the address booking or receiving form or receive form is the same as mentioned in the ID proof document. Recording of receipt of KYC documents. Postmaster or subpostmaster or supervisor, APM or DPM shall record in writing under dated signatures on booking or receiving form as KYC documents verified and attached. Customer education or employees training. Customer education. Implementation of KYC procedures requires post offices to demand certain information from the customers which may be of personal nature or which has hitherto never been called for. This can sometimes lead to a lot of questioning by the customer as to the motive and purpose of collecting such information. There is therefore a need for circles to prepare specific literature, pamphlets, etc. so as to educate the customer of the objectives of the KYC program. The front desk staff needs to be specially trained to handle such situations while dealing with customers. Employees training. Circles must have ongoing employee training program so that the members of the staff are adequately trained to be aware of the policies and procedures relating to prevention of money laundering, provisions of the PMLA, and the need to monitor all transactions to ensure that no suspicious activity is being undertaken under the guise of remittances. Training requirements should have different focuses for frontline staff, compliance staff, and staff dealing with new customers. It is crucial that all those concerned fully understand the rationale behind the KYC policies and implement them consistently. The steps to be taken when the staff come across any suspicious transactions, such as asking questions about the source of funds, checking the identification documents carefully, reporting immediately to the principal officer, etc., should be carefully formulated by the circles, and there should be an ongoing training program for consistent implementation of the AML measures. Post officers should take steps to identify and assess their money laundering or terrorist funding risk for customers, countries, and geographical areas, as also for product, services, transactions, delivery channels, in addition to what has been prescribed in the paragraphs above. Post officers would be required to adopt enhanced measures for products, services, and customers with a medium or high risk rating. Post offices may design risk parameters according to their activities for risk-based transaction monitoring, which will help them in their own risk assessment. The above KYC, AML, CFT guidelines would also be applicable mutatis mutandis to all post offices, and it will be the sole responsibility of the postmasters to ensure that their locations adhere to these guidelines.